podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
N15 PCA.
Nate Tip 454.
Rose.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. There's a trailer for the Mighty Ducks, The Game Changers. It's going to be a series on Disney Plus. And I'm not going to lie, about a minute in, I'm smiling. And it's making me feel good. And the good music, the stupid makes you make you feel away. Stop using music to make me feel feelings. And it's just like, it's that story about kids going out there. Every kid sports movie, Little Giants, Mighty Ducks, Air Bud, all these Sandlot, Karate Kid. It's about, using sports, not necessarily about winning the sport, about winning growing up. How to deal with things and grow as a person and learn to work together.
Yes, and grow with friends and actually build that bond that sports usually does with friends. It makes it even stronger.
To me, when I watched it, I got a vibe, not as adult, but I got a vibe of Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily them winning, it's about the journey for them.
Getting together and showing that
them winning.
Just we get to be on the ice. We have just as much right to be here as you do, because it starts out with the kid trying out for the Mighty Ducks, and that team is filled with like ringers, and this kid is just okay, and then the mom, she's embarrassing, but she's a mom.
She does the mom thing.
And she's like talking to one of the moms. She's like, you got like 2 personal trainers. Well, I'm a sports psychiatrist. Like, oh my god.
Okay, I'm leaving.
There's a kid sport. It's
Practice.
And
there's like one kid who's like, well, if you're not good now, you're never gonna be good. Go. I hate people like that. Just because you're more talented at something than someone at a younger age, and you got it quicker than them, doesn't mean they don't deserve to do it.
Yeah. Not only that, if they have the drive, that can make up for a lot.
Well, and also what I try to teach a lot to children is, well, I already know this. I don't need to even listen to it. If they can't get it, that's too bad for them. I said, but at one point in time, you weren't good at this.
Exactly.
You did not know this, and you had to learn. How can you expect to build up other people if you deny them that same chance?
But what was you're afraid that they might be better than you? Oh.
Well, the problem is because they have more heart than you.
Yeah.
So it's
their hearts in
So
it.
the whole concept of the show is kid doesn't make the Mighty Ducks. I'm like, how can the Mighty Ducks not the Mighty Ducks? So the mom's like, you know what? We can start our own team. All you need is a rink. So they have like a rinky-dink, crappy ice rink, and all you need is a coach. So they go look for Coach Bombay. And when I saw him, I was like, Emilio!
Yeah, it's the best estimate.
Yes.
And I do kind of like to see that he's kind of like that. But again, that's where you get the Bad News Bears vibe, where he's like the busted old coach, and he's like, I chased hockey my whole life, and it gave me nothing. And it's like...
But that line she says, though, is so good.
I just love the fact that she's telling like, I have nothing. Well, you have us.
Right. Here.
My little baby heart. And just see the kids go out there and try.
Yes.
Well, because being a Mighty Duck isn't a name or a jersey; it's what's in your heart, and that's what's so beautiful.
Which
about this.
I kind of like that message. That's a great message.
But it's kind of weird though to see the Mighty Ducks now
be the bad guys.
I know, right?
They're the Icelandic team from the second movie where they're full of like bruisers and jerks. But we need the Bruise Brothers back.
Yes, I want that.
Here's the thing: those movies are silly and stupid, but I can still watch them, and they're still fun to watch.
And another fun fact: the team they have, Minnesota Gophers, is actually a college team. The Minnesota Gophers, they have a hockey team.
That's funny. I think
Big Ten.
Yeah, it's so funny that they go out there and they're like the ragtag. It's like the Little Giants. Yeah. You had the one team that was like the Cowboys, and they're all the best equipment, and they have like second hand down crappy.
Yeah, they were coached by Al Bundy.
Yeah,
that's the best. I don't know.
But my favorite line in Little Giants is like, well, it doesn't matter if they beat you 99 times. All you need is that one time.
Yeah.
What makes that seem perfect in Little Giants is like, well, one time I did this one thing and my brother couldn't do it. Yeah. Well, this one time I went to this thing and it's like, but all you need is that one time.
And then,
and you have that opportunity to go out there and prove yourself. Everyone loves a Cinderella story. Yes. Everyone loves, even as something like in Rocky, he loses.
Yeah.
But he went out there and showed that I could fight the champ. And we went the distance. But I showed him that I belonged in that ring with him.
Or even most is Creed.
Like in Creed.
Oh, Creed. Oh, I love that movie.
So both the movies are really good.
Again, sports movies, it just brings something out of you that's just like, giving it all you got, and you got to do this. And
I really do, but even recently with Disney, even though it's not too recent, but McFarlane USA.
Yeah,
so
the running team.
Oh my goodness.
I love these things. They're cheesy. That's not what happened in real life. I don't care. I'm not watching real life, watching a movie.
It's not a documentary. It's a freaking...
Once again,
I'm going to poo-poo on your parade.
Walt Disney's most famous thing is, we can't fix what happens in real life, but you can restore order with imagination.
And stories.
And that's what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And if you can instill hope in someone, that one kid, who thought, because you counted yourself out. And that's probably the worst thing you can ever do in life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can maybe watch this movie and thought, you know what, I can try it, I can do something, then there you go.
But I thought that you mentioned that was so poignant because in Saving Mr. Banks was in the theater talking, you're going, this version of Banks is going to be okay.
Yeah,
he's not going to die.
he'll be
Yeah.
He's
redeemed.
not going to die.
Your dad died, but
Yeah.
this Mr. Banks is going to live. He'll be
Yeah.
redeemed.
Yeah.
And every time someone watches it, he'll be redeemed every single time.
Right, yeah.
And that's the fun of a sports movie,
Yes.
especially a kid sports movie. And maybe they do get to that final game and they lose, but you know what? They were
Just
on
like the
the
Bad
ice.
News Boys
Yeah,
did. They
yeah.
got to the finals, yeah.
And
Bad
they
News
lose.
Bears, and they lost.
And you know what? I think, but again, though, it's pretty one of those stories, like you said, it wasn't the getting to the destination, it was the journey.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
getting there. And also, personally, I'm calling it the Gophers need to do the flying V.
Yeah,
you gotta do the
flying V.
That would be so funny.
Yes.
Against the Ducks doing the V.
What about the knuckle puck?
Oh, the knuckle
the
puck.
knuckle puck. It's all this stupid graphics. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. This movie as a kid growing up made me like hockey a little bit.
Yeah, a
I never
little
really
bit.
followed the hockey, but
No.
this kind of made me think it's kind of cool.
I could do it.
I do-
There's certain things you have to have those things in this movie. It's like if you did a remake of Slapshot, you have to have the triplets. You have to have the three twin guys.
You gotta have all those funny
little
little
stupid little
moments.
quote there.
I do like the
Yeah.
fact that it's a series.
Right.
I do. The only thing I can say is, are they piggybacking on the Karate Kid?
The Cobra
Kai.
Since it's a TV series,
The
a
more
little
kid
bit,
version,
a
but
little
probably,
bit.
yeah, a
but
little bit.
This one has probably a lot more heart to it, and the other one's very. I haven't seen it. Haven't you guys ever seen it?
I've seen it a little bit. Yeah, it kind of does feel like that a little bit. A little bit more or less hardcore because it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But that, like you said, the heart, and then the music they're playing in the whole
Oh,
entire
yeah.
trailer,
He's getting
and then
right
there's like
there.
that. Well, you still have us. It makes you. It's all these little
And then,
lines.
and then he goes out there and he's like doing the slap, like practicing again. The coach and I'm like, oh, it's so
I know
good.
this isn't matter, but I think in the background they're gonna be playing the Mighty Ducks cartoon. That'd be
Yeah.
so
See this
stupid.
thing. There's a whole thing with Anaheim.
Yeah.
And that's why Disney's
Yes.
involved with the Mighty Ducks team and everything, and the ESPN and all that stuff. So it's just fun to see that there's that little world of the
But
Mighty
it's kind
Ducks.
of funny they're showing the younger team as the bad guys this time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
I-
interesting.
I love that. I love that.
It's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna check it out, and it doesn't look like it's gonna have any of those weird, modern day tropes where it's like it's an all girls team. They're gonna beat the boys. No, it's a mixture.
Yeah,
of
they
the team.
didn't even say anything like that.
Yeah, there's a
None of
girl on
that.
the team, but they didn't like make a point of it.
And
Yeah,
what-
it's just there.
And what I like about the mom, she's kind of like pseudo coach, but I feel like she doesn't know a lot, which I like. She's learning as she's
And
going.
she needs someone who knows all the ins and outs.
Like the dad from Little Giants.
Yes.
Who he knew, but from retrospect, he never played on the field.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
It's a little
Yeah.
different. I like that. Like she wasn't like just this knowledge of like I know everything about
Yeah.
hockey and I can teach these kids. No, it was like, oh, I'm learning kind of.
I'm learning with you.
Yeah.
We're doing this together.
Yeah.
And Emilio is doing a great job. He does a great grizzled old sports
Oh,
guy that
yeah.
had his time and failed and had a coaching thing with these kids, but it really wasn't his NHL dream because he hurt himself.
Yes.
That one guy freaking injured the hell out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks like it could be a lot of fun.
It does.
I wanna check it out.
I want to watch this.
So it could be good. Could be interesting, yeah.
But we need
March 26th is coming out.
So it's right around the corner next month. But yeah, Disney, get me with the sports movies. You get me.
Mm-hmm.